Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you all the beauty related items that I have purchased during my extremely short trip to Seoul, South Korea. Some of the stuff in here actually is also from my previous trip as well. I just never mentioned it in a video because I wasn't filming at the time. But I have some of them on hand with me right now, so I thought I'd include it in this video as well. I do have makeup, I have skincare, and I have quite a bit of tools actually that I purchased while I was down there, just because it's very affordable as compared to if you were to go to Sephora, where I find it a bit overpriced, whereas here everything was under 5,000 won, which is around $5. I'm going to start with makeup, and in no particular order, I'm going to grab it from the makeup section of all the stuff that I have right now. So I got two concealers from the Saem. It's their Mineralizing Creamy Concealer. I got number 2 and 1.5. I've heard a lot about the Saem concealers, so I definitely wanted to pick these up and give it a try. One of them, I believe number 2, when I swatched it on my hand, it was definitely pretty dark, so I'm confident that this is going to match my face pretty well. And then I went with 1.5 for under my eyes. The Etude House Fresh Cherry Tints, I don't know what the colors are, but one is the darker pink and one is the red. Ever since I've tried these have been my favorite. They're really nice soft colors on the lips, and they're great for layering if you're going with a bit of a heavier product such as a lipstick. So then that way, if that product fades, these will still be on, and I find them to last for a very long time. Obviously, unless you're eating something oily or greasy. In the spectrum of lips, I picked up the Peripera's Peri Ink Velvet in the limited edition colors, which were the Powerpuff Girl ones. I'm not sure what Blossom was called, but Buttercup is so grapefruit. Don't know how this is a color of a grapefruit, but it's grapefruit. And Bubbles is bubblegum pink. I'll get into a review of these later and how I feel about them, but right now I really like them. This is an item I got on my second last trip there. It's the Etude House Tint My Brows Gel in the color gray brown. So if you've been seeing it all over the internet or even on Facebook videos, you'll see that girls are painting like this really dark fluid on their eyebrows, and then they pull the product off and it leaves your eyebrows with a tint. So I'm gonna be trying it with this. I have been afraid to use it just because I don't have that many eyebrow hairs and I don't want any more to pull out, but so far from the videos I've seen, it rarely happens, and if it does, it's not a whole lot, especially if you do the method properly. So I might do a first impressions on this too, just because so nervous about it, but so excited. Next I have the Innisfree Skinny Microcara, and I actually was watching Bronwyn from Kbeauty use this and always rave about it for her under eyelashes, and that's what I used underneath today. But look how skinny that is. You can barely even see the brushes on it. It's so tiny. I did try this on my upper lashes. It's okay, it's lengthening, but I definitely want something a bit more volumizing than what this gives. So I'm just going to keep it for my under eye lashes just because I find the wand perfect for it. Back to eyebrows. Basically, the first day of my trip in Korea, I ran out of my eyebrow pencil, and when I got there, I bought one that was in the available E-Mart that was nearby, and it was a skin-free product. It was way too dark on my eyebrows. I gave it to my friend, and then I found this in the Olive Young. It's a Sun & Park eyebrow pencil in 1 ash gray. It's, I believe, they're newer items, and they have a pomade as well. But this is probably like the most accurate color I have found so far on my eyebrows. I don't know why I've never went for a super ash color before. I always found that maybe because my hair was never black, I never wanted to go for it. But I am wearing it today along with another product. I just find the color matches so well, and it's really nice and natural in the way it fills in my brows. So I'm glad that this is a nice full size. I should have stocked up on it, but hopefully it's going to come out online soon for me to purchase it here in Canada. Next is the Etude House Zero Sebum Drying Powder. Leah Yu raves about this on her channel. I think she even used it as hair powder, but I'm not going to use it for that. It's just a simple loose powder to set my makeup with. I actually had my eye on the Innisfree one, It's like the no sebum packed. So there's like the packed and then there's the loose powder. I wanted to try the loose powder. I've already tried the pack. This one caught my eye first, however, and I didn't think there was a point of buying the Innisfree one if I already have this. And the Innisfree one is available pretty easily online anyway. So as you can see, I love Etude House, and I got a couple of quads and single eyeshadows. This one here is Dried Rose. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, the 3 colors excluding the bronze. It's just a nice quad of nice warm colors. Koreans definitely like warm colors on their lids, and very pinky ones at that. But even then, I find this quad to suit me really well, and it's going to give me a chance to kind of dabble in some different colors that are not so neutral for me. Quite pigmented and easy to apply, and they don't have a lot of fallout. I didn't open this one yet, but it's called Blooming Coral, so it's almost pretty similar to the Dried Rose one. I would say the brown here, like the blending color, is a bit deeper. This one's definitely more brown and shimmery than the Dried Rose color, I guess. Definitely the coral here. This one's not neutral, I would say. I would just say it has more, it looks like it has more golden flecks, and the one here has more pink flecks in it. For the single eyeshadows, I got 2 pink colors actually. I noticed pink being thrown around in a lot of looks, not only in Korean makeup, but with the introduction of that Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Definitely more pink has been included in people's eye looks, so I wanted to try it as well. But instead of buying a whole palette that I might not use, or I just have all the colors already in the palette that are neutral, I bought 2 singles. So this one I'm actually wearing underneath right here. At first I thought it was a pretty dark pink, but it came off quite light and a bit cool colored. And this one's a more of a corally, hotter pink. So definitely on the warmer side. I am excited to give this one a try. Otherwise, this one's been really nice. This has been just as pigmented as the colors from the quad that I have as well. And last for makeup, I repurchased my Dollywink Volume Mascara. I love this stuff. If you haven't noticed in the past few videos, I always use this. I love it. It just does what I wanted to do for my lashes, which is volumize, lengthen, fill. I'm wearing the one I have right now. It's running dry, so I'm definitely glad I have this as a backup. And my boyfriend's friend bought me another one when he came to visit from Japan as well, so I'm excited to get that too. And for the longest time, I've been wanting to try Dollywink eyeliners, like for years and years, since Bubs Beauty ever mentioned them on her channel. So I found them as well. I believe I got this and the mascara at the LOHB near Anguk Station. It's the Lobe, I don't know what it's called, but it's that type of drugstore. And so I got the brown one and the black one. I've been using another Japanese eyeliner, which I've been really liking. It's called Dupe. They actually had that as well, but I believe I could find that online as well. And again, I just really been wanting to try these, and so I finally got a hold of them. I'm gonna try them, and hopefully I like it and it lives up to what I think it will in my head. Alright, that's it for makeup. On to skincare. So the first thing I actually bought when I was in Korea was sunscreen. I have the Kula one. I have the Klairs Mid Blue Sun Lotion that got sent to me to review. The problem with that one is that you put it on, your face gets a little bit lighter, and there's definitely a blue cast, and it's very noticeable if you're not pale. I'm not pale, so you definitely notice it. And it's only good underneath makeup, so I definitely wanted something that I could just wear on its own. And I went for the CNP Laboratory Brightening Daily Fluid Sun Essential Fluid Formula in SPF 50 and the PA of 4+. CNP is kind of like it's kind of like La Roche-Posay or Vichy from Shoppers Drug Mart. It's that kind of brand in Korea from like Korean dermatologists and all that stuff. So I got this, but with it was like a whole package that it included with the purchase. So in it was also this cleansing like this cleansing foam, and for waterproof makeup, BB cream, and sunblock to remove this properly. And I also got a ton of samples of a aqua soothing gel cream, and it's actually pretty nice. I used it on the plane going home, and it, despite the thin consistency, it definitely calmed my face pretty well. So yeah, I got all these in one purchase, which I thought was pretty great. And actually, a couple of items I'll be showing you, I got it in addition to what I've purchased, because when you purchase a certain amount of products in Korea, they give you like a nice big sample for free. So I will be getting to those shortly. In the lobe, whatever, I also found the One Step Moisture Up Pad from CosRx. I know the salicylic acid pads are the one that's been talked about the most. My skin doesn't agree with salicylic acid that much unless it's mixed in with glycolic acid. And since my skin's been very well under control, I didn't find them necessary for my skin. But I find the moisture ones very necessary because I always complain about my skin being dehydrated and dry. So I thought this would be a perfect companion for future travels on the plane. And it's weird because this was originally 17,000 won, but if you purchased it in the tin, so it came in this tin, and I actually put the jewelry I bought in here. So if you purchased this in the tin, it was actually 16,000 won or 16,500 won. Don't know why it's cheaper with the tin. Maybe because it's like a useless item that you're going to have in the future. I don't know. But hey, I was going to take the deal. I got the most talked about item that I have seen for a freaking cleansing stick. And I actually found it while casually strolling through Lotte Mall on a rainy day. And it's the Sumi 37 Miracle Rose Cleansing Stick. Let me open it. But the packaging is so beautiful. Look at that. It's so pretty. If you watched my January and February favorites, I've been using the Boscia one. And the Boscia one's actually a bit smaller. It's like right around here. And the reason that this attracted my interest is not only is it a cleansing stick and good for travel, but this brand uses fermented ingredients in their products, and rose is supposed to be very gentle and soothing and healing for your skin. So want to see if it works. Again, it's like a product that I buy for the hype, but it's going to be useful for me in the future as like a simple soap anyway, so we'll see what happens. And next I got pimple patches. So these ones are from Nextcare. These are pretty well talked about just because they're very affordable and apparently effective. I just bought a couple just to try it. Otherwise, I still got quite a few of the Etude House ones to go through. And the Etude House ones I got on sale as well. It's the Clean Up Spot Patch. I've been using these and they've been really good. Like, they've been working. I would just say the problem is when you peel them off. It's just really hard to peel it off cleanly and put it on properly without any little folds showing up. Otherwise, I got a ton of them. They've been very awesome to use, especially when you need a quick fix. So I'm going to continue using those up and then I'll move on to the next care. I also purchased the CosRx Acne Pimple Master Patch. And what I've noticed online is that these patches are quite big and very clear on the skin. Some of these can actually cover up quite a nice surface area of breakouts on your skin. And apparently with these spot patches you could put makeup on top of it. I don't know about on top, but maybe over the makeup it might be fine. So we'll give this a try as well and see how it goes. Otherwise, I kind of want to use these up first before I touch anything else. For a beauty item that's not related to skincare or makeup, I got some of this Modi Juicy Nails. I wanted to try one for myself and I got the other two for my mom and my sister just because it's like a nice pink neutral color. Actually, this was recommended from Morgan from the Beauty Breakdown because she said she loved this color, so I wanted to give it a try as well. And the CosRx moisture pads were recommended by Joan Kim on YouTube as well. So yeah, those are a couple of recommendations from YouTubers I like to watch. Alright, now moving on to the tools and the extra bits and bobs I have. One of them is this massager from Innisfree. I know it seems kind of pointless and you could get it in Toronto, but it was very nice and much needed on my trip because my back was hurting from walking so much. So it was just nice to reach in, and the balls actually move pretty easily. So I got that, and my boyfriend always gets stiff in his neck right here, especially because his job requires him to sit at a computer all day, so I got that for him as well. Edward Avila, another Kbeauty YouTuber, I noticed that he was using these two products in his skincare routine video. So this one is it's called a bubble maker, but what you do is you put a very little bit of your cleanser in, like not even the amount that you would normally use, like even smaller than that, a little bit of water, and then you pump it up and down to create foam. And I found this a pretty economic way of saving your cleanser, just because I personally find as someone who wears a lot of makeup, you kind of tend to layer on the cleanser a lot more, and products in general, which is something I'm trying to like ease up on, is to use less amount of product. So I thought this would be helpful for me. And you know what actually pisses me off? I buy a certain amount of items, you know what I get for free? A freaking bubble maker. So I got another one here. It's a lot bigger, and they gave me a sample of shampoo and cleanser in it as well. But this one's a lot bigger and it is cuter, especially because this little pump right here. But I might stick with the Etude House one I got just because it's smaller and I'm moving in with my boyfriend, so it's an apartment, it's not my house. So it might be easier. However, I find this so much cuter and I love pink, but I also love turquoise. Another product that I got that I saw Edward use, it was this, it's a cleansing puff. So it's basically a sponge for your face. But what I got it for was to remove, I got it to remove the water from your face, and as stupid as that sounds, I've just been like hearing more and more like, oh, the towel will really dry up your skin, and so I thought, huh, why not find a way to gently remove it? I mean, like, this wasn't that expensive, and if anything, you could use it to like actually clean your face with product as well, but I want to try it for just removing water off my face gently and quickly. I know it sounds stupid, I'm pretty sure you're laughing about it, but whatever, I'm gonna try it. Morgan from the Beauty Breakdown also recommended to try out puffs for makeup application, not just for cushions, but for your foundations in general. I want to see how these compare to a beauty sponge. I love using beauty sponges. I've been using the Real Techniques one for a while now. It'll be interesting to see how these puffs work when I apply my liquid or cream foundation as well. There was a 10 for 10 deal on the Etude House's 0.2 millimeter sheet masks, so I picked up some more snail, and I still have some snail, lotus, and hyaluronic acid in my fridge still. And you could get them online too, but I just saw it there and I'm like, 10 for 10, yeah, deal. I got a deodorant stick. This is the floral one from Nature Republic. It was the freshest scent I found, the one I liked the most, so just picked it up. It's been good. It's pretty jelly and like kind of feels liquidy underneath, but it's been working. I wouldn't say it lasts as long as the ones that are like the antiperspirants, but it's not good to use antiperspirants anyway, so I just stuck with that. Got this really cute bag, like from one of those like stationery shops that you find in Korea. So I got this. I got two of them actually, one for me and one for Nick. Don't know if he's gonna use it though, so it's okay. I'll just keep it for myself. I like little bags like this. Got some washi tape. I got it from the Daiso in one of the stations. I find washi tape in Canada such a freaking ripoff because they're so expensive for this little amount of tape, and guess what? I found about 4 of them for 1,000 won. So these things you always see on my arm right here, I got more of them. They are hair ties. What's been very popular about them is that when you tie your hair up, your hair doesn't rip out, or it doesn't rip out as much when you use these products, and you don't have like a really bad kink in your hair. Like, you'll definitely still get a wave, but it's not as aggressive of a kink, and you're not going to rip your hair in the process. So I got some more of these. I find that they're cheaper in Hong Kong, but I did find them 2 for 1,000 won instead of the 4 for $10 you find at Sephora, so yeah. So when I was in the Olive Young, I was picking up some hair pomade for Nick because he actually has a brand there that he really likes as well. So I wanted to bring him some home to have in stock because you can't find it online, you can only find it in the store. And they gave me, what do you know, a big sample. It's actually the Dr. Jart Sisapair, and really nice travel size sample, so I'm kind of happy I got this. But what's weird about it is that it came with like an actual cica. I don't even know what it is, but there's a plant in here that I think I'm supposed to do something with it. Either way, I got a cream, a recover. I got a cream. I got some sort of recover type of cream that you're supposed to put on blemishes and problem areas. And I have the serum as well, so that's going to be a nice travel size item in the future. And yeah, I'm going to put it back in this coffee cup here, and I'm going to Google online how the hell I'm supposed to grow this cica, or what it's even supposed to do. As a bonus show, I actually went shopping in Bukchon Village at Grand Hand. It is a fragrance company. They sell potpourri patches, they sell room fresheners, body sprays, and essential oils. Joan, the YouTuber, also recommended to go to that place. I did my best to spend time in there and really like get a nice whiff of some of the stuff, and I ended up buying 4 essential oils actually. So one is Kissin', Vivian Ward, Kevin Love, and Etude. I'm not going to try to even describe why I really like these fragrances, but the one I could definitely describe for you is the Vivian Ward. The main ingredient I believe in this one is grapefruit, and it has this really lovely like citrusy scent to it that kind of just wakes you up and gets you going. Like I honestly don't know how to describe it, but it's just that type of smell. And I remember Bath and Body Works, they sold a candle that actually smelled like this, so I'm happy I found it for my nebulizer because I don't really like burning candles, to be honest. Oh, they also have candles too. I wish I could have bought more, but it's only so much money and so much room in your suitcase, so I just stuck with the 4. I hope they last a long time. So far only a few drops have been more than enough to smell up the room with the nebulizer, so I've been really happy about that. That's it for the beauty haul I have from Seoul, South Korea, and even from my previous trip back in September as well. If you want me to test any of the products here, or if you tried it before and you do recommend it to me, or if you tried it and don't like it and you don't recommend it to me, please let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao. Here's a sample of a sheet mask I got in Myeongdong from V-Proof. Can you resist that face, huh? He's telling you, put him on your face.